Somebody's watching me. Something, something, something. Da 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 da. Gemini is watching me. No, seriously though, like it's crazy finding out that Google's AI knows information about our podcast, like tropes we've said, even like which seasons we've already covered and stuff. It's like Gemini is watching us menacingly.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yes, we are here to discuss Kamen Rider Blade episodes 7 through 10. And yes, it's it's fair to say we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, we're doing Blade. You know, we're 2/3 of the way done with the first arc. You know, wow, I just freaking Tachibana and whatnot. But how are you guys this weekend? Hopefully better than Steve's, apparently.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, well, you know, apparently you had a flat tire. Yeah,
things happen. Things happen on the road, and I don't know. Luckily, that's why we have insurance. And if you're paying for it and you have roadside assistance, I'm like, this is probably the first time ever that I actually had to use it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Because typically, like, this has never happened to me before. But I'm like, you know what? I'm on the side of the freeway, so and I was missing a component, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to do that. And luckily, we were gonna do this at 8, and that was at 8:30, but then that happened.
Yeah,
and it got pushed back. But I'm like, you know what, just God damn it, just fuck it.
Yeah, we're dead.
I was this close to just saying, you know what, we're gonna do it tomorrow morning. But we're like,
we wouldn't be able to because I have work.
Well, either or. I was like, we're gonna see if we're gonna cram this in somewhere. But no. But that little hiccup happened, and luckily it was fine. Everything was good. I just need to have that checked out tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, why wasn't I on the side of the road? Why was I there? It was because I actually had some free time today, and I went down to Anime Los Angeles down in Long Beach.
Ooh, fun.
And obviously, I'm like, well, I will say it's exactly what I expected it to be. It was exactly how I thought it was going to go, and
did you get any good ribbons?
I got a ribbon.
Okay.
I got one. Which one? You know what? At least I got one. I got one from someone who, they asked me like how long I had been going to that convention, and it wasn't the person, but it was their, I guess, their friend or an older person that was with them who gave me a where is it? I have it. Is it? Oh, it's right
here. Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. AX in Long Beach alum. Oh, that's cool.
I am an alumni, apparently.
Alumnus is the singular. Yeah. Not to be that guy.
I've been going to that convention when it was just in a hotel right outside of LAX.
I was there. My first ALA was last year. It was at LAX.
Like when we got to go down to the basement area and the pool area and all. Oh my God! Just like all the shenaniganery that happened.
No, like even on day 0, I had to watch David's booth for a minute when he, David, from Toyzilla. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I had to like watch his booth for a minute because like he needed to grab some stuff. But what's cool is that he rewarded me with some Ranger keys that I did not yet have, including the Christmas key.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then it was the Ranger key boom. Like, let's be honest, the Ranger key boom lasted several years. Like, the original season aired in 2011, but it lasted all the way through 2015. So yeah, no, it's yeah, I got the Christmas key and some, if not all, of the Battle Fever J keys from him. So thank you, David. He's also the reason I have the Durian lock seed.
God, I just remember those times being in the in the basement of ALA, and then it growing and then going to Long Beach, and how so many people said that was where conventions go to die, like, oh my God, and it's been thriving. It's been
Yeah.
thriving. And I was actually like, I had been to that convention center many times, so I don't see a problem with it. But again, it's like how people want to be elitist and what they think they know. And I'm like, you guys don't know anything about running a convention, but whatever.
Well, for me, I would say I stopped going while they were still in what's it called, Ontario, California. Just to be clear, Ontario, California. But yeah, and like the main issue was that like housing, like you either need a hotel room or you need to stay at a friend's house that lives there. And at the time, like by that point, I hosted the Tokusatsu cosplay groups for 2 consecutive years. And yeah, I hosted a group. Wouldn't you believe it? But then my friends who did live in Ontario I had a falling out with, and I was too broke to actually get a hotel room. So yeah, kind of stopped going. Now with Long Beach, it's way closer to me, which is good, but still far enough that yeah, if I want to be there for all 3 days, I'm gonna need some housing.
No, that's what I said that too. Like if I like next year, if I'm doing it, then I need people to tell me like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's freaking do it. Because like that's just the thing. It's like if no one says anything, then like at the last minute we're scrambling. And obviously I'm like, wow, I did not need to be at work this fucking weekend. I could have been down at Long Beach by the surf on the Queen Mary, possibly, drinking some fruit punch and just relaxing.
Yeah,
I could have been relaxing with the owls. But no. All that I experienced today is on Instagram, on my stories. If anyone wishes to go check it out at the Sin Prince, to check out the IG. Thank you to everyone who surprisingly, me being covered, they still knew. I had some people still know who I was, not personal people, but I was like, what? It's like, yeah, like, oh my God, I remember when I saw you with like when you talked about how you keep calling in build you kept calling Gentoko Gen Boy and you called Bonjo Bon Boy, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, I know you do have fun nicknames for characters.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like, and how you were like, just loving on Kyohei, who's in Kiva and in Build. Like, oh yeah, I love that, man. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Like, someone actually said, were you actually gay, like being very flamboyant and gay for Akira Date? And I'm like, honey, who would? Who would? Who would?
Akira Date is a legitimate Joestar because he's the kind of man that makes straight men gay and gay women bi.
I'm like, you want me to show you a photo from his Instagram? I promise you, you're gonna be like, God damn. I'm like, how old? He's like almost 60.
I didn't think he was that
Like he's
50, maybe.
yeah, he's up there. He's up there, but it's like, it gives us hope. It gives us hope that we're. I mean, isn't it kind of crazy
That we could look that good, yeah.
Yeah, isn't it kind of crazy how, like, when you think of old people and you look back at like the 80s and the 90s, you think of your Archie Bunkers, your Maws,
Yeah,
your
he's 46.
your Lou Pickles and whatnot. They all looked old and whatnot, and now you're like, oh, that's my grandpa. That's Akira Date.
Yeah.
That's Hirosuke. Yeah, that's your grandpa. Mm-hmm. Well, there's hope for us yet. Anyway, yeah. So I did see a couple vendors that normally are at like Tokusatsu events. I did meet a few voice actors. I did get to meet Dawn Bennett, who is the voice of was it Kale, or was it who was the girl version of Broly?
Yeah, Kale.
Kale, okay. And she was also the voice of Satsuki when they did the Ultraman movie, the live action one a couple years back, the Shin Ultraman. So she was giant best girl in that show, and I got to talk to her for quite a bit. If I only had my equipment, I would have done an interview, because I think it's okay to do that with her. I'm not sure, but yeah, just a lot of stuff, and it was entertaining. It was lovely to be out in Long Beach and seeing some places that I don't normally see, and I know some of the viewers have reached out, and it's like, yeah, guys, I know, yeah, the male loneliness epidemic is real, but it's not like I'm dying from it. I'm not dying from it. It's like, it's nice, but at times it's also nice to be invited to things,
Yeah.
Why am I the one?
Yeah, no, like I had an acquaintance at work, and like basically they're not at my job anymore, and they're like they asked me for my contact info, because they're like, oh, I want to hang out during winter break, like when no one like I invite people but no one shows up, but then the entire winter break, I asked them if they're interested in hanging out, and they said, oh no, I'm busy doing this thing, but also they don't initiate inviting me to anything. So it's like look, I did not have expectations that you wanted to hang out with me like beforehand, but the thing is, why ask for my contact info if you're not going to use it? Just saying.
Life happens, obviously.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's not like I asked them, would you like my contact? No, they asked me for my contact info.
Like, I'm not saying that, it's a matter of communication, obviously, but I mean, like, it was nice to meet a bunch of new people, a bunch of people from the network. And again, my face was covered all day, and yet they knew. I was like, well, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
What's really funny is that
one kid who asked me to sign his badge. I was like, what?
What? That's cool.
Yeah, like, can you sign? You're legitimately asking me to sign a badge for you. Like, I don't have a photo of you or anything. Everyone got a Sharpie?
Maybe we should start making 8x10s of the group.
I don't know.
Obviously, we're not going to charge people for the autographs, but you want photos of us. Heike, you know what I did on my first Morphicon? I just made a poorly designed collage of every actor from PMC 2010, and then just printed it out on a piece of like letter paper, and just like had what few actors that could afford autographs from sign it. It looked really bad. Like, bruh. There's only like 26 actors, first of all. And let's be honest, precision tools, for like exact dimensions were not a thing on Microsoft Paint then or now. Well, kinda, but the point is, and obviously all the pictures would be like copy pasted from Google and then printed out, and they'd be all pixelated. Yeah.
But it was a lovely time to be there. A lot of memories came back, from that convention center. But I did have to come back home to record. Out of that, we wouldn't have done the show, and we're going to do the show right now. So, yes, Kamen Rider Blade.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Blade.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, again, we did mention last week about how this was the last Kamen Rider to be filmed in this particular way. But of course, have you noticed that in these episodes, we don't really have that
as much?
Like, it's kind of like...
It's so there, but they toned it down.
Like, once you get into episode like 9, it's very, very noticeable. I'm like, wait a minute. The last 6 episodes were very now they're not.
Yeah.
Now they're not. They actually no, we get it. Well, pull it back. Now it feels like a Kamen Rider show. Now it feels like an actual TV show.
Yeah. I told you, like somewhere around this batch of episodes, some would say around episode 7, some around episode 10, but around this area is when it starts to like get a little bit better.
I mean, so far, what we're getting with Blade is pretty much it's Evangelion, but without the giant robots or the Bible verses.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not like I'm sitting at church watching Evangelion. And I know some people are going to come like, are you, bro, for reals? You should read your Bible, sirs. There's a lot of stuff that you're going to find that's like, well, wait, was it? Yeah. And the angel, yeah. Evangelion is pretty much is anime church. Anyway, so what?
So where we last left off, Kenzaki was kidnapped. There's a mysterious Morpheus wannabe floating around, and both Hajime and Tachibana get involved in arbitrary ways. Most notably, the student invites Hajime to his lab, and Tachibana is just taking L's left and right.
Well, here's the thing. You did mention the Matrix. It's not Lawrence Fishburne. You know who it reminds me of? Y'all remember Grandma's Boy? You ever see Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
The fucking game developer, like, I am a robot, and it's like he literally was the biggest dork. I'm like, yeah, that's why. But I'm like, you know what? This guy's cooler because he can actually throw fireballs. He's not like just saying fireball. I'm like, what? No, this guy actually throws fireballs.
Yeah, and well, imagine if he was played by Dante Bosco. Honor.
Yeah, Dante Bosco. I swear to God. Yeah. So yes, our boy Ken got kidnapped.
Yeah.
And Tachibana is still chicken shit. Like, yeah. I really don't understand. Like, here's the thing, and we really touched on it way too much last time. But it's like, okay, so if you don't want to die, then why the hell do you still keep transforming? Why do you still get involved with the undead and this other organization? Like, you do realize your chances of dying have elevated when you transform into a Kamen Rider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were to just give the belt away or throw it away and be like, no, I'm gonna, because that's what he does in these sets of episodes. He like sort of like, no, I walk away from it. I want to live a normal life, but you still have the belt. You still have,
he's putting on Trump brand ties. It's like, do I look better in this blue Trump tie or this red Trump tie? He had his own brand, ladies and gentlemen, because back then he was a reality show host.
I know, especially at this time. Yeah, he did, and just like always, it's a brand that has
these ties are really comfortable. I guarantee it. It'll make you completely forget that you are slowly decomposing because you have the fear of decomposing. Because that's all. If you die in your mind, you die for real. True story. Not exaggerating.
They will not disintegrate after a first wash. No, those are inferior ties. Those are not mine. And so
they don't have a proper fusion level. I guarantee it.
Anyway, so I mean, but the point is, Tachibana, you still have the gear.
Yeah.
You didn't. Oh, I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna put up the cape.
At least with Stanley Yipkiss from the mask, he actually threw the mask out the window. He did not account that it would just fly back into his house.
And it's like, again, I'm like, if you want, like, again, just leave. That's it. Just leave. What
Go to France. Agito's like making like soup there or something.
Yeah, what? Like when you're trying to say, "Oh, I'm trying to live a normal life." No, you're not. But then again, it's like, wait, can he live a normal life? Is that
who do you think you are, Yoshikage Kira?
So yeah, in this episode, what is the name of this episode? I usually have yes, no. What is
the tie thing is from episode 8, just to be clear, but its placement doesn't really matter too much. But like to make the sum and short of the entire 7th episode, because let's be honest, not much really happens.
Well, some things here. Episode 7, the Trapped 2. Now, obviously, Ken is being held hostage by this organ. What's the name of this organization?
Board.
Well, no, it's Board, but it's another. It's like they call it something else.
No, I'm pretty sure it's still Board.
Still Board, but it's like apparently like it's Board, but it's like someone came in and then bought Board, but still calls it Board, but it's not Board.
It's like okay, it's Board After Dark. It's Board X.
Yeah, it's something like that. Because I know they do mention the organization, but they don't mention it's kind of like, but they still just say it's Board, but it's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's something else. But yeah. Oh God. Okay. So Ken's trapped. He's being put in a battle royale situation. Mm-hmm. And this is where we get a meme, a very famous meme in this episode. That even when you look up episode 7 of this show, the first, put it up in Google. What's the first image that pops up from this show? From this particular episode?
The dude.
It's Tachibana screaming.
Yep, Tachibana screaming.
So it's like, wait. You're probably asking yourself, why is that a meme? Because the scream is not a scream. It's more like you ever watch old 40s and 50s black and white B and C monster movies back in the day, the monster that battled the world, or them, or the giant mantis, and apparently just for some reason, out of frame, it's like the monster comes out and then the person turns around and they're face to face, but you don't see him, but you get a close up of the guy and he's like, ah, ah, ah. Like that's your blood curdling scream by a giant ant or giant mantis like that's about to devour you. I've seen goats scream more better than that. Like at least the goat sounded like it's dying. You sound like you're just like passing like a kidney stone. Actually, no, a kidney stone is worse. But yeah, this is where we get that meme, and everyone's like, "Yeah, the acting in this show isn't that great."
Yeah, I mean, it gets better later on, like around episode 30, I'd say.
If it's not because of Ken, saying Tachibana instead of Tachibana.
Tachibana.
And then
sweet ride Tachibana.
And then Tachibana over here screaming like, "Oh my god, you scream like a girl. Come on, put some." It's not a joke. We need that scream effect from Spawn when clown like when John Leguizamo was like
the Violator
on Charleston White,
Yeah.
Oh, you scream like a girl. Give it some feeling. Like just, yeah, I know. Seriously, like, come on, give us some feeling here, Tachibana. For crying out loud.
Yeah.
But that is, and again, that face, that whole thing is just completely etched in the series. That is just like a literal like that forever will be about this show. It's just like the memes that they get out of it. But why? Why is Tachibana screaming like a horse dog? Remember, he's chicken shit.
Yeah.
He's completely scared of dying.
Yeah.
Because if he thinks about death, it will happen. But if he transforms, isn't his chances of dying kind of more elevated? There is a chance and a possibility, but he hasn't died yet. But
yeah, it's funny. One of my greatest fears is the fear of failure, which kind of makes me, unfortunately, very comparable to that one guy from Futurama. Geez, is there anything you can't do? Yes, fail the mayor. But yeah, no, it's like, but yeah, no. My biggest fear is fear of failure. My second biggest fear is fear of ladders. It's not even the height; it's the ladder itself. I don't like ladders; they freak me the heck out.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Now all we know is that someone's got to dress up like a ladder, and you'll go running.
Yeah. Like when I see a ladder, like I basically turn into that one guy from JoJo Part 4. You know, the one with Cheap Trick. Where how he's got his back against the wall. He's like trying to weave around to maintain distance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's basically me around ladders. They freak me the heck out.
I will. I mean, there isn't much. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if it's a fear of mine. I mean, but just I guess it just kind of grosses me out. But I can't even look at it. Is when you see someone like just either lose a nail or they peel a nail off.
Oh yeah.
That I'm like, I don't know what it is. I have seen some stuff in my life. I have seen things that would make most people turn white, and that didn't even bother me. I was probably chowing on a bowl of chili when that was going on.
Well, now I know who your least favorite character from Kakegurui is.
I'm just like, when I see that, I'm just like, oh, just God, no. Just no, not the nails. No. Yeah, but yeah, Tachibana is just a little chicken shit because I'm like, yeah. So Ken is being beaten up by Board, and also by we have a trilobite undead. in this situation.
Was
And again, Tachibana there because he helped overthrow board. He helped, and so he technically works for these guys. But then they turn their backs on him. And it's like,
because apparently fusion level is how well you synchronize with the ace card, and like basically like whenever you use Rouse cards, your fusion level slowly goes down, but you have to build it back up over time. But when you have the fear of death, it makes your fusion level go down instead of up.
yes, that was a thing that happened here because so Tachibana did transform, I guess, to help Ken, I guess. But because the Trilobite showed up, he just he was losing his I guess his levels. He was just losing it. And he at that point like de-transforms and becomes just like a child in a curled up position because he thinks he's gonna die. I'm like, again, it's the thought of it that's gonna kill you if you keep thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So either or, I'm like, well, I mean, we can't have all the riders be heroes now. There's got to be something we have to work toward.
Apparently, you need a screaming chicken shed rider as well.
Yeah. We need something like that.
Yeah.
And
we'll eventually get that again in the form of Hase.
We do get a little bit of foreshadowing that the president is around while all this is going down. Like, well, wait a minute, where have you been? Oh yeah, I was captured, but I got out. Then where have you been this whole time? I have been in the shadows, menacingly.
Yes. He's just been standing there, menacing.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Yeah, that'll never get old. No. So yeah, well, the thing is that the president tells our best girl Shiori that well, he sends her a text. And this is 2000s text. This isn't now text. So that probably cost him like 150 yen just to send that text. But yeah, he tells because I guess they do find Ken. They do realize where he's at. And Tachibana goes after him. But, the president's like, no, don't tell him to go there. Don't tell him to go. Why not? That's where he's going to get beat chicken shit. We can't let him go there. But wait, why? We got to save Ken. We have to save Ken. It's like, don't worry about Ken. Ken can take care of himself because apparently Ken, he's actually like a member of Fight Club. Like he wants this. He wants to kick somebody's ass. I haven't seen a fire in him at all. I'm like, where did this come from? Mm-hmm. Usually Ken was like the chill one. Like Tachibana was always the one that's like, come on, Ken, we got to kick ass. But I'm like, the roles have been reversed. But also we do get what's his face is there too. Freaking Hajime is there.
Yeah.
And we find out that Hajime and Ken really don't like each other.
Yeah, but now Ken kind of knows that Hajime harbors a secret, and it's not that he's not the real Red Ranger, and it's actually his sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, well, if you get that reference, if you get the reference,
you get a cookie.
You get a cookie. What would have been more so? It's like, wait, so you're not head of the household? You're just some toilet scrubber, and you're like, yeah. But
then I get adopted by my much younger stepmom. So I am now her much older son by adoption.
But it's like, yeah, but then again, it's like no one liked her. Yeah. Like that's why I'm like, yeah, you guys are gonna fail if you guys don't like each other, and that's the problem. It's like no one liked you. Stop being a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wasn't that much better, but he softened over time, not like you. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we start getting a throwdown between Chalice and Blade. But because of Shiori and her connection to the viewing globe, we find out that there are 3 undead with Ken.
Yeah. So we
What do
know
you-
that. So we know that Well, we saw the Trilobite dude.
Yeah,
That.
it's in-
Yeah. We know that Chalice may very likely be an undead.
He so totally is. But I'm like,
So
wait,
totally
wait,
is. We don't know who he is, but we know that he's undead. So
But
who's
it's
the
like-
third?
yeah, like, but Tachibana's not an undead, or is he? And it's like, but then the
Kenzaki. No.
then the only other person there is Ken. I'm like, your fucking computer's glitching out, man. It's like, there's only 2. No, there's 3. It says there's 3. There's only 2.
We see the blade system plus 3 undead.
So what does that mean? Well, that would mean our little chicken shit is actually a chicken. But we will get to that soon enough. Yeah, we do also get a clip in the show about the president sneaking in and actually breaking into the facility to cause a blackout to get Chalice and not Chalice, but to get Blade and Gabble out. Because like, no, I need to get these 2 out of here. I'm like, okay, but is this not a highly secured government facility? No, it's just some U-Haul storage unit that one of the guys owns. Like it's really not that hard to bust into this thing. Because the president being an old man does kick ass in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And does get them out. He does actually, we do get this whole thing about like, oh yeah, no, we gotta break out here, we gotta go. It's like, President, let's go. No, you guys go. I'll catch up to you later. I just got other things to do. And I'm like, okay. It's like, Tachibana, get off your ass and let's go. And Tachibana's over there just holding his night-night blankie and sucking his thumb. Mm-hmm. But they do get out. They do get out. God bless their souls. We do also get some backstory here from the president. I don't know if I'm going into in the next episode at this point because it all kind of just blends together.
Yeah, like these. Yeah, low key. It's like there's B plots that blend across episodes. So it's like you have like one plot that blends 7 and 8 together, and then a B plot that connects 8 to 9. And then a C plot that connects 9 to 10.
Yeah, because I'm like, am I bleeding into episode 10? It's episode 8 at this point.
Well, the tide thing was definitely from episode 8, though.
Yeah. Let's see here, because episode 8, the revived people. Well, we killed the Trilobite. Honestly. Didn't really even notice it there most of the time. Let's see. My notes. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So yeah, episode 8 is where the president actually sits down with Shiori and they talk about the undead and how this all happened. So yeah, the president might be the president, but he wasn't involved with what happened. Then who did it? It was Tachibana, wasn't it? No, Tachibana was involved, but he wasn't. It's like Tachibana is not smart enough to do that. Then who did it? Your dad. Your dad.
No.
Very clever. Now who has my father? Uh-oh. Someone has some daddy issues. Nothing could be my father from the truth. Who? You said my father. No, I didn't. How? Did not. Shabba! For me, this is a dad issue. Dad issue! Dead! Dead be dead! Oh. Daddy didn't love me!
Yeah.
Yeah. The president sits down and explains about 10,000 years ago, an evil witch was sealed away in a space trash can.
Yes. And
Um,
with a deck of playing cards, so she thought, Victor, make me 53 monsters based on these cards. But my queen, why would you want me to do that? I don't care. I'm just freaking bored.
so apparently, they do explain that you know that whole theory of evolution and fossils and all that stuff, just throw that out the window. Apparently this is how man became the dominant species of the planet Earth. Apparently one day Mother Nature decided, you know what, instead of evolution, how about if I just make you all just Rochambeau each other for my amusement, and whoever comes up on top actually will be victorious and be the head species of this of this world. So pretty much we're emulating G Gundam again before number 1 Sentai did. Because we will fight and continue fighting until someone reaches the top. And there was a zebra and a tapir and like every almost every animal had a representation, But a long time ago they actually sealed them away, and man became dominant, and so they decided for this to never happen again, we have to seal it away. And as always, isn't it kind of always the way that like people let's say there's a world-ending event happening right now, and we, the society, right now, we are the ones that discovered how to stop it, how to contain it, and how to seal it away so it never shows its ugly face ever again, right? Now, fast forward a couple of centuries, and it's like, what were these people thinking? The scientific knowledge and value of what this is, and what I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's a reason why they sealed it away, or why it's kind of a don't go there. Like, why would you? Come on, why wouldn't we? Like, look at the potential of what it is we have. It could be possible we could bring people back from the dead. Are you sure about that? Like, you're not just talking out of your ass here, are you?
It's kind of like Palpatine. It's like first he talks big game about like, oh yeah, forced to prevent people from dying. Like, and he heavily hinted that he was the said apprentice of Darth Plagueis, who learned everything from him. Like, used that as a big sexy hook to get Anakin to turn to the dark side. But then once he finally killed Mace Windu and pledged allegiance to the flag of Darth Sidious, he's like, but if we work together, we can discover its secrets. And I'm thinking, wait, so you're saying you don't know? Oh, see, but you were hinting big time that you already did know. Seems like you're promising big time on something that you cannot necessarily deliver. I just betrayed my entire religion, killed one of my mentors for you, for my wife, and now you're saying you can't heal her? What was all this for?
Anakin is such a blonde. What can I tell you? But yeah, that's pretty much what it is, because so the president pretty much was the only one on board who worked that board that was like, no, this is a bad idea. Or so he says. As of right now, he says that he had nothing to do with it. But apparently Shiori's father did, because we are getting flashbacks of Shiori remembering her dad and her mom dying in a hospital bed. And him telling her, Just like a psychotic man who makes a bunch of animatronics for a pizzeria, I will put you back together again.
Mhm.
What does that mean? It ain't good. I promise you that. It's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a zebra undead involved. It's if I recall, it's the 8 of diamonds.
It's a very
Or-
BDSM looking zebra.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely 8 because I know that 7 is rock, so it has to be 8.
It's a very BDSM, very furry looking zebra.
But it can duplicate itself.
We do see it, but the thing is that remember already. I forgot to mention that Tachibana has a little bit of a scare after the talk that they had, and he kind of says "fuck it" and leaves because he's just scared of dying, and so he wants to live a normal life, and he wants that, and he calls up his I guess it's his girlfriend. I don't know, the nurse that was helping him out. And they go shopping, and and a zebra undead shows up. But apparently, the zebra undead is in the reflection of Tachibana. So is Tachibana an undead? Or either that it was a wrong angle to look through. Don't know. But yeah, we do kind of get the whole vibe of Tachibana is just really shattered in this case. He doesn't really know what to do, and he doesn't want to be a Kamen Rider anymore. He just wants to live a normal life. He wants to settle down, have kids, and live a life. And don't we all? Don't we all? But he doesn't even know what the hell he wants. Because a part of him is like, okay, if you actually did give a shit, you would have thrown the gear away and then walked away.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't now, can you, Tachibana? Let's see. Let's see. So they tell about the rider system after being uncovered of his fears. He decides to want to live a normal life, believes Hajime is an undead. After seeing him, they fight.
Mm-hmm.
And the trilobite is still in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, for episode 8, it kind of is a two-parter because this is just the setup of what is to happen, because we really don't see much other than like Ken does get mad at everybody. He does become a bit of an asshole in these episodes.
Yeah.
Like now that he realizes that Hajime is Chalice and also an undead, and that Tachibana is an idiot and a little chicken shit, and apparently Shiori, even though she knew nothing about it, is being blamed for the sins of her father because he and a bunch of pencil pushers decide to bring the undead back. But no, Ken is not a bad guy. He is above them, apparently. Ken, you're not really being a hero at this point. You're being a massive jerk. So everyone has faults, but not you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wait till we get to the whole Kotaro and Hajime dynamic. That's going to be fun.
I forgot to mention that. So when we left the secret storage wars, the whole place blew up. They actually blew it all up.
Yeah.
Except there was one bomb that they didn't that they didn't plan at the storage facility. It was back at the house.
Yeah,
Where-
and somehow, and thankfully, Hajime was around to like find it and grab it and throw it out and do the Spider-Man.
Well, remember,
Mhm.
Hajime kind of already knew that it was there. Now, this kind of leads into the episode 9 a bit because it's like, yeah, we see Hajime actually save little sis and her mother from the bomb. He actually threw it out and let it explode. I'm like, all right. So Hajime, you're an undead, but you're not a bad guy. Because a bad guy would have just let them blow up and not give two shits about it.
Yeah.
It kind of gives us that whole like, okay, what it's a point of view. What do you mean that all the undead are bad? But we have one right here that saved people and has been taking care of them. Well, I mean, again, it's a matter of a point of view. Are the undead actually the bad guys, or is it the Kamen Riders? It's the same thing with the Greeds and Ols and even for like a point of view when it comes down to Kamen Rider build, when it came down to
Kamen Riders are made for evil or military purposes.
yeah, when it came down to Kazumi or Genboy or anything like that, it's like they were assholes and jerks in the beginning, but then they became allies. So what about Hajime? Well, the news breaks out that Hajime is an undead, and our beloved reporter who loves to drink milk ain't
He
too
cannot
comfortable.
accept it. Yeah.
He ain't comfortable with that because he's had dealings with the undead, and he's like, nope, out of my house, out through my big door.
Mm-hmm.
But no. That happens in the next episode, but no, that
Yeah, it's too late to apologize. It's too late. But yeah, episode 9. It's like so like at this point, Tachibana basically agrees to be part of an experiment, and he's basically lying inside the pod for most of the episode, while Hajime basically starts hanging out with this vagabond-looking dude who's got a boat, by the way. Oh, but he's in trouble with like some thugs, so he's like, "Protect me, Aniki."
Yeah, that always seems to happen to the supposed delinquent characters, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not a fan of this guy.
I mean, Hajime, he did get kicked out, but not because they told him to get out.
Yeah.
He pretty much left because he knew. He knew.
Yeah.
Something was up and that they were going to come after him. But now everyone knows that you're working for Board, you're an undead, and you're the bad guy. Or that's how they see it. But because of little sis, it's actually tearing the family apart that Hajime is no longer there. It's like Hajime protected us. He saved us. He could have let the bomb blow up, but he threw it out. Is that a bad guy to you? It's like, this is why a point of view is always to be taken into an account.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Well, the undead so far who we've battled, they've been hurting people, eating people, attacking people. But if Hajime is an undead, then he is one of the weird ones then.
Yeah. He's like one of those rare titans that instead of eating other people, they fight other titans.
And it's like, why? What's his motive? What's he get at it? Well, that's a very good question. That is a very good question. What does he get out of this?
Mhm.
Well, we don't know because he just decides to leave and then he runs into this vagabond that gets shaken down by a couple of Yakuza thugs. But Hajime decides, you know what? I'm going to be your bodyguard. I'm going to stick around because I have nowhere else to go. That's on you, Hajime. No one kicked you out. I mean, they were going to, but no one kicked you out.
Yeah.
We do get a little bit of a moment between Tachibana and his girlfriend, and that even she knows about the Kamen Riders.
To a lesser extent, like I've heard of the Kamen Riders were protecting people from monsters, but I never imagined that my sweet Tachibana was going to be one of them.
I really didn't understand where this was going. You know, like so is I mean, are they a thing? Is this some what is this? What's going on here? You know? And Tachibana, she sounds like she cares and she wants to be there, and you just kind of give her the middle finger, and I'm just like, you're dumb bastard.
Mhm.
But does that deter her from staying away? No. It just causes you and Hajime to cross paths, which leads them to the vagabond, and God knows why. But I'm like, so wait a minute. You're telling me that both Ken and Hajime can tell when they're when they're next to each other or they're close by, but neither Tachibana nor Hajime can tell that the other is here? Man, you really hate Ken, don't you, Hajime? Like the hate is strong with Blade, I guess. What else happened in this episode?
Not really much. You still have that zebra to deal with.
Yeah, the zebra's still hopping around, but Lawrence Fishburne not is battling the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now
He's like, no, this guy's mine. It's like, what? You can speak human language. Well, of course, I'm a high-ranking undead. And yeah, it's episode 9 where we kind of reveal that that he's the peacock undead. In other words, he's the Jack of Diamonds.
the Neos looking motherfucker.
Yeah. Basically, as it turns out, the face cards are able to assume human forms and speak human languages.
Yeah. I was actually taken back to that. I'm like, wait a minute. If the other ones couldn't, then how is this one able to? But yeah, as you said, the higher face, like again, a higher facing card, like a king, a queen, they're the ones that are. I'm like, really? Then wait. My question is why? Wasn't this whole battle 10,000 years ago a battle royale? Why are there high-ranking undeads?
Doesn't make sense. It's something they never really explained. Also, it's not very clear if the four change undead, the beetle, stag, mantis, and a spider are they like amongst the higher ranking ones or the lower ranking ones? Because that wasn't made clear in the series. And also keep in mind, given the fact that humans are in charge of the entire world right now, it does mean that 2 of Hearts won somehow. This human-looking undead defeated freaking Neo shooting fireballs. And I'm going to spoil this bit. One of the other undead can stop time.
Yeah,
how did this guy win?
I really don't know how humanity, like that. I mean, if you want to say, "Oh, we won because of our intelligence," I'm like, how do you win against someone that could stop time?
Mhm.
I mean, projectiles, sure, fine, whatever. But I mean, someone that could actually bend the fabric of time and space and reality. It's like, no, no.
Mhm.
But yeah, for some reason, going back to episode 7, mankind believes they can harness this power. These a bunch of suits and pencil pushers believe that they can take the flame of they can take the flame of the gods and wield it themselves, when in actuality, no, you can't.
Mhm.
The undead seem to be more superior over what happened. Only how is man still alive? How come they did not take over?
Mhm.
Don't know. I don't know. And also, it's like, yeah, like you said, the ranking. It's like, wait a minute, this was a free for all. Why is there rankings?
Mhm.
Don't know.
Mhm.
Don't know.
I mean, I know they're based on cars, but it's like, I mean, are the ranks arbitrary? I mean, you'd think they would be, but then how come only 12 of them can talk?
We had to. I'm guessing that we just had to make it a thing. Like, wait, you're taking a battle royale, and now there's rankings. Now there's like there's generals, there's soldiers, there's grunts. Like, nah, well, okay, all right, whatever. Uh, what else happened in this episode? What else
Mhm.
happened? Uh,
Not really much. We can move on to the 10th one, to be honest.
yeah, you just go to the 10th one. I mean, we had that whole throwdown with the peacock and whatnot. Both Tachibana and Ken. Oh man. Yeah, this peacock. If you didn't tell me it was a peacock, I would have told you it was something else. He's got one eye in the center of his chest. But yeah, apparently he is very powerful. He's given Ken and Tachibana a run for their money. But apparently Tachibana has now joined to their side. Which again, does that make sense?
Not really.
All right, Tachibana. I don't know what's going on here, but you know what? Someone's teeth is gonna get pounded in, and it sure as hell ain't gonna be mine.
Mhm.
I want to say that, instead of you two fighting each other, shouldn't you be going after the peacock?
Yeah, you'd think they would be.
But no, apparently they got beef with each other, which I'm like, yeah, sure. I totally believe you guys have beef.
Mhm.
Let's see what else happens in this episode here. What else is in my notes? What else happened? What else happened?
Good luck. I told you, not much happens.
No, I know. That's why I'm like, I actually kind of wrote this down. I'm like, what do you mean nothing much happens?
I told you. There's a reason why the first 10 episodes are the hardest for any fan, aside from like the video being like very narrowly formatted.
I mean, other than just like the fact that both Blade and Tachibana are fighting, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. I mean, there was no reason for. I mean, technically, there was no reason for the peacock even to show himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, if you were gonna fight, okay, I get it, but you just let Tachibana take over. You didn't do anything. You just stood there. menacingly.
Yep, stood there menacingly. You know, I'm curious how long it's going to take before we get sick of that video.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
I don't think we're going to get tired of that one
Anytime soon, at least.
Yeah. Again, not much happens. I mean, even the whole thing with Hajime and his new client that he's protecting. Not much goes down there either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so wait, we gotta wait till next week for episode 11 to get the conclusion?
Yep. There's a reason for that, because the arc ends with 15 episodes in total. But here's the thing, though, as I've said before, there's a lot of shifting between A plots and B plots, where, like, in any typical season of Kamen Rider, as you might have noticed, both A plot and B plot of an episode could extend to the next episode, but they usually start and end in the same batch of 2 or 3 episodes. But like Blade, especially in the first arc, it's mostly like one arc, one subplot starts in one set of 2 episodes, but then like a B plot starts in the second of those 2 episodes, and then continues on to the next episode, and wherein like, and during that 2 episode period, subplot A already finished midway, and then goes on to subplot C, which starts in that 3rd episode, the continuation of subplot B, but then continues on after subplot B concludes. So it kind of like zigzags all the way through episode 15. So it's like, so yeah, obviously episode 6 was a like an understandable point to finish on, because at least it concludes a 2-part episode, and seemingly it's like it has a nice sexy hook to finish the arc on. Of the remaining 9 episodes, it was really hard to decide whether to do 4-5 or 5-4.
Yeah.
But just like the break off between where episode 10 ends and episode 11 ends, it's like, it's just better to end it at 10. We're 10 episodes in. We have 5 more to go for the arc and 39 to go for the season proper. Plus Hyper Battle video and movie. I will say this. There are technically short videos that are basically prequels to the movie, but instead of them being a separate thing like TTFC specials, they just air them like immediately at the end of a batch of 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and basically those 4 episodes are somewhere in the 30s, because remember, even though the movie is basically takes place after the events of the show in an alternate timeline, just like Ryuki, just like Faiz, just like actually not Kabuto. Yeah, like even though it takes place after the events of the TV show, the movie came out during the summer, and back then the show started in January, which means that the movie will be out at around episode 30 to 35-ish, somewhere in that ballpark.
Well, isn't there like a special or something that happens before or after these episodes?
You mean like a TTFC or VCinex?
Yeah, something like that. It's not a movie.
No, it's just the summer film and the Hyper Battle video. And again, there are 4 short clips that take place before the events of the movie, but those clips aired with the TV episodes at the end of those episodes. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like before the Jimmy Neutron movie came out, you would watch SpongeBob, and like at the end of an episode of SpongeBob, it would show you a clip of the Jimmy Neutron movie. And it's like, will Jimmy be able to build that rocket? Well, you're going to have to watch the Jimmy Neutron movie to find out.
Yeah, because I was just like, man, even though we had 4 episodes, really not much went down here.
Oh, actually, Kamen Rider Drive did the same thing. Now that I think about it, they did like 4 minisodes for that tie into the summer film, like at the end of each of 4 episodes. It's like, why is Krimpelstein a villain? Find out during the movie. But yeah, now there's really not much to say. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, hopefully within the next episodes we do, or whatever comes next is more exciting than what happened here. Yes, we did get the information about, the 1,000 years, about the war and the undead and who was at fault or who supposedly is at fault. Tachibana is still a chicken shit. Hajime is still mysterious and now living in the back of a van down by the river. And Ken cannot do anything wrong. Apparently.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Ken? Seriously. And some people might ask, so wait, what about the supporting cast? What happened with them? Other than Hajime, there's not really much to say with the expansive cast. Amane, her mom, and even her uncle. It's like other than they like he wanted to kick him out because they figured out that he was an undead. But then kind of like, no, I've kind of been thinking about it. He doesn't seem all that bad. And it's just black and white as fuck, as of right now. But hopefully that changes within the next couple of episodes. And yeah, that was it. Kamen Rider Blade, 7 through 10.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, these are all 6s. Other than the information that was dropped, there wasn't a lot that happened. So again, I kind of give it a 6, even though I watched it. I was like, yeah, dude, is this necessary to the plot?
Not really.
Not really, because I don't think the guitar guy's going to last for long. And as for the undead that are representing Board right now, that may be something, but not really either.
And also considering that there's going to be a Hajime focused episode later on in the series, it occurs to me, wow, this is like this dude subplot is completely redundant because that later Hajime episode will be very similar, but better.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I'm just like, bruh. Let's see, what rank how would I rate these episodes? It's honestly, like, overall, these episodes are
mid.
Really not much to say. It's like
there's not much there other than like Tachibana gets an upgrade, which again, it wasn't even like we don't even see that being a thing.
Yeah, I can't even think of it like, oh, did Kenzaki had any good moments? Not really. He didn't have any whatsoever. Hajime, the only one he had was literally just the part where he throws that bag out, like he's Ryan Mitchell from Lightspeed Rescue. But then it's like, what's the deal with like him being in the car and like not wanting to say goodbye to everyone?
I mean, the thing is, even so, it's like the president had more of a key focus here, and like being the exposition dump to what happened. but at the same time, it's like I want to say that I believe him, but I don't fully believe him, because how could you be in charge and not know what was going on?
Mm-hmm.
You know, as to say that, oh, it's all Shiori's dad's fault. Well, maybe, but again, I still feel like there's something that's not being said yet. Hell, even our reporter and his family, not much happened here either, other than like them accepting or wanting to accept Hajime for who he is. But again, Hajime being an emo, just doesn't care and just leaves. Again, as stated, not much goes on. I can understand why some people would have been like, yeah, no, I 4 episodes of nothing.
Yeah.
That would have turned off anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But we here at the Rider Archives, we must continue for the hunt.
Yes.
Yes.
Next 5 episodes, we finish an arc and we can move on to bigger, better things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I just hope that the next. I know I'm playing to Gemini's trap, but I really hope the next season we do isn't V3. But just getting Showa in general, there's a 20% chance.
We'll see what happens when we get to the end of Blade.
Yeah, but you didn't believe it. Like we actually got 2 consecutive seasons done by the end of Blade. Like we got a bunch of seasons, but Blade will have been the first consecutive season after 5s. So that's cool. It is what it is. But yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, so what do the people have to say?
What do they say?
All right. Oh boy, I still have no idea what is happening. Pay attention. Just pay attention.
So far, the only thing we know is that something happened 10,000 years ago, and it's slowly starting to creep up again.
Yeah. Raphael, our longtime viewer, says, "Hey."
That's all he says.
Yeah, that's all he said.
Hey.
Wow, you just breezed through these 4 episodes. Well, we still have the rest of the comments to go through and the closeout, so don't catch your chickens before they hatch, my guy. I guess really not much did happen here. No, it didn't.
No, it did not.
Yeah, kind of makes you wish we could have just skipped to episode 11, like from jump. Or maybe 14 or 15, maybe.
I mean, no joke. I thought it was just me because I had such a long day. I was like, I'm getting a little tired watching these episodes. I don't know if it's me or if there's just really legitimately nothing happening here.
Yeah. It's like I finished watching all these episodes yesterday, and I feel like I'm not remembering certain details. So then I rewatched them today, and yeah, not a lot did happen here. No. All right. And yeah, that Tachibana scream is crazy.
You know what? You could have just stepped on his foot, and you probably would have made a more better scream.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, one thing I really hate about the season is all 3 characters have almost the same haircut.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I can't tell Hajime apart from Kenzaki, or I can't tell Hajime apart from Tachibana. More often, it's the latter. And the only reason I could tell it's Hajime is because he's always wearing a duster.
Yeah, it's almost the same as when I thought Shiori was Mari, or it was the same actress. I'm like, no, that's just the haircut.
Even in the opening theme song, it's like I can't even tell which of these 2 characters is the one holding his hat down and which one is the one doing that spinning kick. I'm guessing based on the credits that appear on the screen, the dude with the hat is Hajime, and the dude doing the kick is Tachibana. And again, it's not like a stereotype of, oh, you can't tell Asians apart. No, I can. But the thing is, they have the same haircut, same hair color, same eyebrows, the same height, and in the theme song specifically, the same outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Spider-Man.
It's very difficult at times. I mean, I had totally forgotten that it was Ken that got kidnapped. I thought it was Tachibana that got kidnapped.
You know, in the final episode of Geki Ranger, I could have sworn that Takeru Sato had a cameo because there was a particular character that basically got curb stomped by Long. And I swear he almost looked like Takeru Sato from the half second you see him. And he's wearing the same Christmas sweater that Ryutaro was wearing in episode 45 of Den-O. So it's like, is that him right there? I can't tell. But then again, Yoshi Sudarso was in Ninja, so what can I say? All right, let's move on to the penultimate comment. Because you mentioned you guys being spied on by Gemini, I wanted to see if it was true. And Holy Moly even says how you guys rank the cast of the original Kamen Rider. And then he follows up, curious if the ranking is accurate.
No. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, there was some people have reached out and have said that, you know, obviously if you Google yourselves, you guys do pop up. And I'm like, no, we don't.
Yeah,
No,
I'm like, what? No. And I just check before I always apply to a new job. What you talking about, Wallace?
I'm like, yeah, it is rather mind blowing.
Yeah,
That Gemini, you know, I even had a little conversation with Gemini, and you know, obviously, okay, all right, but then bringing up like, wait, you know about that? I don't even remember that. It's like, oh yeah, I did say that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Being recognized, but again, I'm like, well, okay, I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
But then again, well, at least Gemini isn't giving off like, you know, like completely private information. It's pretty much related to the show. So okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now I'm just like genuinely curious. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna Google my screen name, just to like.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I see my IG handle, but not much of anything. Maybe if I image search, like I doubt that I would appear, and thankfully I don't. I see the Pokemon Kabuto. I see the double bill poster for Boken Jura, the most dangerous, precious, and Kamen Rider Kabuto Godspeed Love, which, by the way, I want a movie poster of. But no, I see some Metal Heroes and Kabutak for some reason. But yeah, nothing about me. Now I'm just curious if I Google you, Steve. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious if I Google you, like what's gonna happen. Oh, I'm not seeing you on here, but you'd think I in particular would have. But your IG handles? Wait, no, it's some other Steve Vasquez on Instagram. It's crazy.
I wouldn't know. But apparently Gemini did pull out some things. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Gemini is more insidious because I swear, like Gemini is just like
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's it for the comments, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We discuss Kamen Rider Blade, Kamen Rider Zets, number 1 Sentai Go Juger, Ultraman Omega. Only 2 episodes left. We got this, guys. Did I mention Tojima Tanzabar wants to be a Kamen Rider? Because that show was on hiatus last week, so we were able to catch up. And now being fully caught up this week, we will be discussing episode 14. And of course, check out our sister channel, The Butter Show, where we do interviews there. Oh man, now I'm curious what Google Gemini has to say about that channel. But in any case, you guys can say hi to us in person. Yes, we can be said hi to in person, not just at ALA, but while we're on the job, we will be on the job at the following conventions: Pasadena Comic-Con, which is coming up in exactly 2 weeks from today, at the Pasadena Convention Center, Robo Toy Fest, May 31st at the Burbank Marriott Convention Center, and Power Morphicon on August 28th through the 30th. We can't wait to see you guys then and there, and check out our personal content. We're both on Instagram. Maybe that's where Gemini pulled stuff out from. But
I know that next weekend in the city of Pomona is Anime Impulse.
Mhm.
It's a smaller, more like chill, layback con, not that inexpensive to go to. Apparently, they have announced that Kamen Rider Zets is making an appearance at Anime Impulse.
Lucky, you better get some footage of that, my guy.
I will go next Sunday to Anime Impulse. I may just go in normal clothing, who knows, but I'll see what I can get from Impulse.
Awesome.
So yeah, if anyone is in the in the LA County Pomona area, Sunday, I will try to be there. As for Pasadena, I will try to request the time off to head up there for the day.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And we're gonna try to get at least a vlog done. If we get some interviews, that'd be great. Our good friend Johnny's gonna be there for sure, along with our other friends, Jason and Polly. Can't wait to see them as well. I feel like even though we've seen them at PMC, I don't really get to see them very much. So, I definitely have to prioritize meeting those two really fun guys. And yes, and in case you guys don't know, Jason Narvi, he does voice work for some books on Audible. So if you guys happen to have an Audible account and happen to want to find a new book to read for your 2026 New Year's resolution, why don't you look at some of the books that he recorded for? But, with that in mind, we hope you guys have a great week. Next weekend will be Martin Luther King weekend, which is exciting because 3-day weekend. Hooray! But we hope you guys have a great week leading up to it. We can't wait to see you guys again real soon. Have a good one. Bye.
Good night, guys.